Alright, just a for context video. Now the only thing you really have to see in this video is how straight that wire is. So you can kind of see that that's all brand new, that metal pole. Right, and that wire goes straight over to this telephone pole, which I have requested the power company on 3 occasions. It's not only leaning that way, it's leaning severely that way. You can see the cable is non-existent, snapped, so it's not being supported anymore. You can, I don't know if you can you really, yeah, you can see, that's really not a straight pole at all, okay? Substantially crooked pole, alright? And the only thing really holding it up is that service. And so here's my line, comes straight over here, and has a little bit of slack in it just because the guy deliberately left slack in it. I put a connector right in there where the brake was. You know, when we had the last storm, it wiped it out. You know, in the storm before that, the whole thing was torn off. But anyway, so coming down here, I don't know why this guy came down here to fuck with this. But this is the box here. This was a little neater before the whole thing got torn down, so you can see it was stapled up there, but it wasn't doing anything really important. Oh, there's something. Anyway, so this is the broken insulator. No big deal. These clips just clip onto the power line, you know, when you put the meter in. So it's not a big deal. It's still well insulated. It's not going to catch fire, do anything, so it's not a big deal. But the point is he didn't have no business fucking with it. The problem was obviously on the street, where the tree fell on the high power line. So again, the question is why? I mean, you could probably find structural flaws with all of these connections just because, yeah, we went through a hurricane and everything got foobarred. The telephone pole, you can really see the line of it next to the house. I mean, the telephone pole got foobarred, alright? They never fixed it. And so, yeah, things maybe aren't perfect, right? They're not as good as they should be. Oh, it's not up to 9,000,000% code. But there was no problem here. It's been like that for 3 years. Hasn't been bothering anybody. And, you know, this guy show up and say, here, yeah, pay $1,500 to have somebody redo your electric service. Because they can't, nobody can fix it. They have to tear the whole thing down and start over. And they're not going to tear the whole thing down and put the old pieces back together. That ain't going to happen. So, yeah, you're talking $800 to $900 at least. You got to get a permit from the town. It's another $75 or $80. You know, it's all bad news. And such. Damn, I hope my cigarettes are coming today. But no. No, it's just, yeah, life sucks. They really aren't here. They aren't in the snow anywhere. No. That sucks. Let me check this box. 5, nope. Anyway, it's bitter cold. So anyway, just for context. So the cop really didn't understand. You know, he's thinking the guy's repairing my service. No, he's cutting my service off. And it stays off until I get a permit from the town. I get a licensed electrician to fix it. And then I have to call them to put the power back on. And obviously, you know, you're going to be pretty desperate in these circumstances about the electrician. And they're not going to want to negotiate on price. And so, you know, it just puts you right under the, you know, you're and especially, like I said, in this weather, of all days to do it, you know, freezing cold, nasty as shit, for no reason whatsoever. He fucks my electricity way down here, where it has absolutely nothing to do with the tree that fell on the road. So what can I say? Yeah, context video. I'll add some more if I Alright, so we'll sum up here. Obviously some people just don't quite understand what went on here, so I'll try to explain one more time. The service on your house, at least here in New Jersey, you own. Okay, the crap, the piping, the box, everything is yours except for the meter they put on it. Okay, so you have to have your house configured for their service to be connected to your house. Alright, so their meter has little plugs on it. You have to have a box so their little meter can plug in there. And then they put their little belt around it and have a little lead thing to say, okay, this is a valid box. But obviously as things age, they fall a little bit below a standard. I'm supposing that, the houses here, there's probably 20% of them in this town maybe that have electrical services that were installed 40 plus years ago, and that I could probably pull their meter off, jab the insulator with a screwdriver and break it. So anyway, so that's the kind of damage thing. It's not a big deal. The meter still works, everything's just fine, no one messes with it, it'll work fine forever. They're big metal clips that clip onto the meter. The only thing that's going to tear them off is another catastrophe like a hurricane or something, and then they're going to get broken anyway. So what's the difference? There's just the insulator doesn't do anything. It doesn't need to be in perfect condition. It just needs to do its job, which is put the clips onto the meter. So it's a minor bit of crap. But the problem is that it's built into the box. And so for an old service, you can't just, you could glue it back together, but that wouldn't be code, so they're not going to accept that. So you have to take the whole box off that the meter fits into. And on an old service, you can't take the whole box off without taking the steel conduit down. And because it's old, you're not going to bother putting this old crap back up again, because it's not really very up to code. So you're really talking about redoing the whole thing, which is a, $1,000 to $1,500 job. And it's winter. Yeah. And it's winter. And no one was complaining. And no one had a problem. Until this guy decided, because he had nothing better to do, to come mosey down here and fuck with the box at my house. To start sticking screwdrivers and shit. No reason. So you just gotta understand, it's kind of expensive, right? $1,500 add on to your electric bill. That's like double your electric bill for the year, for something nobody was complaining about, and wasn't, in my opinion, anything close to a safety hazard. So anyway, and this is in the context of a telephone pole they haven't repaired, that makes repairing this thing almost superfluous and stupid. I mean, there's no point in repairing this crap until they repair their own telephone pole. So, I mean, that's all part of the context here. And the other part of the context is I've been there and done this with these assholes before. They forced a new service to be put on the other house, $1,500. It's like they don't care about this money. They apparently think money grows on trees. So, fuck them. Yeah, it's bullshit. Alright, so I'll just read some of these snarkier fuckers. All in all, they should have put your meter back on if you were so pissed about it. Yeah, all in all, that's what they should have just left it the fuck alone. Why? Look, again, the problem with the wires that knocked the power out is 300 yards away. The tree limb that fell on them is right in the middle of the road. There's just no doubt that there isn't any other problem here. So unless you see some other tree down or some other problem, why is this guy looking for trouble on the coldest day of the week? But I'm a mechanic, and I can tell you that if you were being a cunt to me like that while I was fixing your car, well, he wasn't fixing my car, he was breaking my car. So if you're my fucking mechanic and I see you fucking with parts I didn't ask you to fuck with, if I take my car and get a tune-up and I see you fucking with my transmission, I'm going to say, what the fuck are you doing, fucking cunt? I'm not paying you to do that. So fuck you and your bullshit. I would have knocked you in your fucking mouth. Yeah, well, I wouldn't have done business with you, you fucking cunt. You're going to fuck up shit you're not paid to touch. What are you going to do? Smoke my cigarettes in my car? You going to use my ashtray? What else are you going to do that I don't ask you to do, you fucker? So why don't you mind your own fucking business, you fucking shitty mechanic? Why don't you put your fucking name on here so we can tell what this shitty mechanic would do to your car? This is a fucking little belt cutter. Find some work for him, right? That's all this asshole was doing. Making work for his buddies. But like I said, they knew it wasn't such a big deal. They could have put the thing back, most likely. Like I said, they know this cost $1,500. They know when this guy flagged my box, it was going to cost me $1,500. There's no doubt about that. And he knew there's no way I'm going to get my electricity back on. At best, if I was lucky, I get back on in 3 days. 3 days with no electricity. Okay, so if I was a regular family or some other thing, that means 3 days in a hotel. All right, it means big fucking money, jackass. So don't be telling me what you know, your bullshit here. This fucker, all right, knew what this was going to cost, and he just didn't give a rat's ass because his job is to make work for his friends. Period. By the way, I'm surprised the cops didn't arrest you for harassment or something. Oh yeah, because I spoke my mind. I told a motherfucking cunt union bastard that I think he's a motherfucking cunt union bastard, and I know there's no goddamn reason he should be pulling my meter off. No one's complained about my meter. My meter's been working there for 40 fucking years. Nobody's thought my meters needed any checking or fixing or changing. There's nothing like that. Alright, and he didn't even have the courtesy to knock on my fucking door before he starts ripping shit off of my fucking house, and you're going to tell me I'm harassing him? Fuck you. In my opinion, you are lucky. In my opinion, you're a motherfucking cunt and should get just what you fucking deserve. So when the bureaucrats come for you, I hope you get fucked royal also. You deserve it, fucker. Thought about going off the grid. Maybe take $800 to invest in some solar panels. Well, it takes more than $800 if you want to actually have like a cup of coffee or if you want to microwave something now and then. It's going to cost you more than $800. So anyway, poker face Todd. I mean, what is this shit? You're just spamming my board here, right? You can't consolidate your amazingly uninteresting comments, you douchebag. The cop was amazingly pleasant. Well, isn't that just too interesting? What? Oh, not signed in, it says. Well, I'll spam it. What the hell then? Oh, this probably comes up with some menu. Yeah, why am I gotta sign in? Why? Fuck you, Google. You're a cunt. I hate Google. I'll get back to that later then. And that messed up the damn comments. That it did, Gary. That it did. Let's see. Gary, obviously more personality than these guys. Genius, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not. Blah, blah, blah. I still don't get what happened. Were you pissed because working on the street took priority over the damaged pole? No. Again, there was absolutely no reason for these guys, right? They're fixing lines on the street. The power lines, the high tension lines. There's no complaints about anybody's service. Everybody's service is fine. He comes walking 300 yards away and starts poking shit with his screwdriver. That's what I'm pissed about. I'm pissed that I don't got any fucking electricity for this week because some asshole decided to go poking his screwdriver in places he has no business poking it. And then he's doing that on top of making the argument for my safety when there's a fucking telephone pole that's been hanging over us like the sword of Damocles for a year and a fucking half that they haven't chosen to fix. It's being held up by somebody else's electrical service. It's actually pulling on their house. It's trying to rip the side of their house off. Their fucking pole is doing that. But this asshole's poking his screwdriver into my fucking box. Now you want to tell me why? Well, there ain't a good reason why. Looking for work for his buddies. Alright, what the fuck are you talking about? $700. Well, this guy didn't, and no, well, it's because it's a woman. $750 for a job that took 2.5 minutes that could have been performed by a monkey of pliers. No, they were cutting off my electricity. They weren't fixing something. They were disconnecting my electrical service. To fix the piece of plastic that's broken, again, you either have to glue it which isn't code, or you have to replace the entire service for over $1,000. That's what I was bitching about. The second half of the video was hilarious, and damn right, the second half of this video was funny as fuck. I was really quite brilliant, I think. I really should have gone into show business or something. Yeah, I should have been a homeless man. I shouldn't be living in a home. It's a sin that I'm living in a home. Damn it, I should be living in a cardboard box because I am truly a right and proper homeless bum. I feel it. I mean, it's what I'm meant to be. I am meant to be the crazy man on the street. But alas, I'm not homeless yet. I'm without power, but I'm not homeless. So it's not too bad. Like I said, I got the computer running. So now I just have to, yeah, so for my safety now, right, I got extension cords running across the floor. And I have to unplug my refrigerator to plug in the furnace. And I have to unplug the furnace to plug in the lights. And I have to unplug, you know. So this is how I'm going to have to live my life for a little while. So anyway, so just fuck JCP&L. It's just bullshit. If they wanted to flag the damn thing and say, look, you have to fix this, well, that would have sucked, but it wouldn't suck as bad as just pulling your meter off and walking away. And again, the fucker didn't leave me a notice, didn't say a damn thing about what the fuck I'm supposed to do about it. He just takes it and walks away. I mean, you can see me in the video. They're walking away with my meter. I mean, fuck. It's just bullshit. I'm sorry, it's just fucking bullshit. I don't know what like I said, this guy likes an evangelist for safety or something. He's the super JCP&L worker who's just an evangelist for people's safety. And he's going to go check all their... Oh, that's right, he didn't check any of the other houses. Why didn't he check any of the other houses? I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm going to eventually get a report from JCP&L, and I'm going to be damn interested to know what the fuck this guy, all this, he's got x-ray vision or something. He could see right through the meter and could see that the little plastic thing was broken. Is that going to be the story? He's x-ray vision man? You know, like I said, especially like, you know, everybody should just lighten up a little bit. You know, there's been these two catastrophic storms we've had. Two catastrophic, you know, they both seem like hurricanes anyway. Hurricane events. Just catastrophic. And this fucker's walking around with a poking shit with a screwdriver. Well, let's see if I can find something to fuck somebody over for $1,500. So anyway. Alright, I'll try to get off this subject. I'll let you know how it works. I mean, I gotta call JCP&L, I gotta get land, I got somebody that's, I don't want to deal with all this shit. But it's just gonna be something like big giant pile of money just wasted because of this motherfucker. That's what it's gonna come down to. Big pile of money wasted. You know, putting a $1,500 electrical service on a house that's barely standing. Wow, that is just so fucking smart. I wonder if that's what you do, Mr. Joe Mechanic guy, right? The car comes in, it's a $1,000 car, and what do? You put like Prestone Super Deluxe spark plugs in, and you know, give them some synthetic oil for $500 a gallon. Huh? Is that what you do, you little fucker? Crook? Yeah, probably. Fuck you. God, I really hate everybody. It's official. Except for the 17 people I don't hate, but yeah, the rest of the planet is just scum. Scum, I say. Well, then why am I talking to the rest of the people? Well, I'm not really talking to them, right? I'm talking at them, so that's a big difference. Yeah, I'm not talking to you fuckers, I'm talking at you fuckers. Yeah, big difference. I don't feel good either. Yeah, it's just, you know, It's just depressing. I mean, you know, the power went out right when I was, you know, testing the computer with the new capacitor on it, and it didn't work. And I was just like, ah, damn. Pow. And life got even worse.